Oh, welcome back. Kristen Constantino here. Last video, if you have not watched it, I highly recommend it because it will help you discover what are some things holding you back from being your true authentic self. And that is identifying your shadow and ways to discover your positive and your negative shadow. Today, I want to talk about something that you may not know too much of because your normal has been toxic relationship. Your normal may be abusive relationship, whether that means mental and emotional or other types of abuse, right? And that is how to identify healthy relationships. So, have you ever wondered, why do I attract these toxic relationships? This is now not a problem, but it's a pattern. And because I've been in so many toxic relationships, what does a healthy relationship look like? I completely understand, and there's a ton of videos on my channel that describes what toxic relationships are, maybe why you've stayed in them, so I highly recommend you looking back at that. So today, let's talk about ways to recognize these healthy relationships, so when they do come into your life, you embrace them and you honor it. The problem is when you've been in a toxic relationship for so long, your normal becomes toxic. I remember I almost was like addicted to some of the reactions that I would get. And then when the nice guys would come into my life, I'd be like, ooh, this is boring. So it's going to take some time with inner healing to really truly embrace these healthy relationships, but I still think it's really important to become aware of the signs of a healthy relationship. So here are 10. Now, with these 10 signs of a healthy relationship, I want you in the comments to tell me which resonates with you the most, and tell me, what are you looking forward to? Sign number 1, they're good listeners. They listen to your thoughts and your feelings. They're not making you feel bad for having these thoughts and feelings, right? And let's face it, sometimes when we are sharing what's on our mind or on our hearts, it's more, I need a vent, than let's get some advice. However, if you are looking for the advice and you share that with your partner, I think that's really important. When you share that with your partner, I need some advice here, they're open and willing to give that advice and help you be guided along this, problem that you might be having. Sign number 2, they inquire when you're not being yourself. They ask you how you're feeling. A lot of times when you're in a toxic relationship, you probably notice you're not being yourself because of all the abuse. And that question rarely comes to fruition. So the person that truly cares and is in a healthy mindset is going to seek what's going on with you if you're not truly being who you are. Number 3, they encourage you to grow. I remember being in a toxic relationship and I would go to leadership events for my coaching business, and almost every single time, I was being shunned and there was an argument that happened right before. So when you're in a healthy relationship, that person wants you to evolve and wants you to become the person that you're truly meant to be on this planet. Number 4, they're your number 1 biggest cheerleader. You have a vision, they're going to say, go for it, honey, you can do this. Number 5 is that they're willing to grow. If there's any issue that comes about within your relationship, like being a better communicator. Maybe somebody you're with is a little bit passive aggressive, doesn't always share their thoughts. And when you bring that to their attention, they're willing to do what it takes to become a better communicator within your relationship, so you can have a more intimate and harmonious relationship. Now, this is in the beginning when you first start dating. They're moving at a comfortable pace. They're not going straight to the I love yous and let's meet my family or let's meet my kids, but it's very comfortable and it's also not forced. Sign number 7 is you're able to express yourself without fear. Now, let's be honest with ourselves, this also comes with a lot of inner work to learn how to set the boundaries, to learn how to truly be your most authentic self. Because if we're making assumptions about a person on how they're reacting without any experience connected to it, then that could be some inner work that we need to work through, and that's our responsibility. However, if you've had multiple times where this person's reacting this one way with a lot of yelling and screaming and mental and emotional abuse, that's not a healthy relationship. But you feel comfortable sharing your thoughts and feelings with this person because they're on a level of consciousness and health and right mindset that's going to make you feel comfortable to do so. Sign number 8 is that, let's face it, relationships are compromised and you have a healthy amount. Now, true love is like giving without expecting, right? But when you're in a relationship, in a partnership, you're going to need to compromise both ways, and you want to make sure that's mostly balanced. Sign number 9, you don't lose your identity in the relationship. You actually still have independence. You have your own friends. You're able to go out and do your own thing. There's trust amongst the two of you. So that's a really big sign that you're in a healthy relationship. And with all the signs above, number 10 is you're comfortable being vulnerable. When we have all of the above, it makes it that much easier to be vulnerable, which obviously just gives your relationship the intimacy that it's supposed to have. First relationship that you are most connected with is yourself. The next is going to be the partner that you want to spend the most of your life with. And if you're relating this to relationships within your friendships and workplace and all that, you can definitely do that. But your partner is going to need to, for sure, have the comfortability of being vulnerable with them, because that is going to be one of the most intimate relationships that you have on this planet, aside from yourself and your spirit. If you like this content, if this is really resonating with you, and I plan to come up with more health-oriented tips and tricks and guidance, because I think that's a huge part of your healing path, making sure that you are mentally, physically healthy, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like on this video, and share in the comments that you're ready. Say, I'm ready to live my most vibrant life. I'm ready to live my most vibrant life, and let's do this together. Next video is going to be all about your healing path and signs that you are on the right track towards healing. Talk to you soon.